way he woke up.
That's how it is though. Like
Are we in?
When you think about it,
way.
When you think about it, though, it's like when you sleep like that and somebody wake you up.
It's dramatic.
Yeah, it's dramatic.
Because I'm telling you, he shook like the way he shook. Ready. See, and look, he had a little. I ain't know he could snore like that, bro. He had a snore on him, bro. Yeah,
like he was on his back snoring.
Yeah.
That beer did it,
bro. That shit is like heavy, bro.
No, when you hit me, it was like you was at the game. I was like, oh, I ain't think nothing of it. Then my man, he was like, yeah, I'm in 8 seats. I text him back, hashtag bless.
God bless.
Cause where I was in them, actually the seats wasn't bad, you know what I mean? But as long as you ain't in that extra, like.
Where you can touch the wall?
Yeah, as long as you ain't up there, you cool. I was in like the bottom half of the 200.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was a good game until I don't know what be up with the Hawks, bro. They play into the fourth quarter, then they just like take the gas, foot off the break.
Black, you hooked up?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What'd I tell you?
He was tripping.
Who?
He talking about some. Well, he said. I mean, Trey do be taking some ill-advised shots.
Whoa! How was I tripping?
No, he do. He still.
He cool. That's cool though.
Cut. It's not.
That team is terrible. He's out there really practicing. He has nothing to play for. So let me get off what I can against top talent.
Okay, so this is my thing, right? Yes, Trey is the best player on the team statistically. Yes, he's gonna be an all-star, and yes, if Atlanta can keep him, because that's a big asterisk. Like, but if Atlanta can keep him, he's gonna bring some real talent to the city. Like,
we hope.
That's exactly what I said. That's
we
exactly
hope.
what I said.
We hope.
Because he said people want to come here and play for Atlanta. I said who? Because we ain't had nobody. He said he was our biggest all-star. Joe Johnson.
Yeah. And before that, probably Dominique.
I'm like, don't nobody want to go to Cleveland as a city, like.
Bro, but you know something though? Don't nobody want to come to Atlanta though, man. Like Atlanta, I don't get it.
Because of the party scene, which is not a bad thing. Niggas don't want to go to Cleveland because of the shit.
Ain't that going on?
What I called out happened in the midst of the game, bro.
What did you call out?
This is what I call out. I say, when you have the talent or lack thereof that Trae Young is playing with, effort is everything.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Like, for the people who don't have the talent, you know what I'm saying? When you take them long-ass shots at the wrong time, you kill the whole joint. So I say he always do that shit when they in the midst of a run.
Yeah.
And he take one from long, and sometimes he hits. A lot of times he doesn't though. You know what I'm saying? That kill, and now they running back on defense with their head down.
Right.
Fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though he has the ultimate green light.
He got the green light.
It's still not good for. It's a lack of leadership.
I'm saying that's why I started off by saying he's just young.
Right. Because I'm telling him Curry doesn't take those type shots. Even though Curry, they have my man. Be safe. Even
shout out to Mike Sick. No, you good.
Even though we see Curry take a lot of those range, watch when he my shit limp again.
Right here. Tighten it up on that right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
To the right or to the left?
To the right, probably.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So even we see a lot of Curry take them shots from that range or whatever, from the logos and yada, yada, yada. He doesn't take them when they on the run.
No, he takes them.
When they're drilling people.
Right. Well,
and look, he tried to bring up an example.
Curry has a safety net too, though.
He does.
I'm not like that.
Because he got another top shooter on his team.
You thinking about the past few years. He's been there before.
What you mean?
Like
he's a safety net. He still had Clay. Like, he has another scorer on his tean.
Clay is in the same boat as Clay, even though he's hold on, listen to me, bro. Listen to me, bro. Even though he's way better than anybody's on the Hawks, his game, how he plays his game, it's the same way as Kevin Huerter.
Then who?
Kevin Huerter, the white boy. Like, they can't get it off the dribble.
No, they got it.
But Huerter don't have that dog in him to score 40 in a quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
He don't.
I'm saying like they have the same type model of their game where Clay is dependent on everybody else just like Huter is.
But when Clay gets it, he's more automatic than Huter.
That's because they feed him the ball.
So I say this right about Trae Young. The problem is when the team is not winning, he's gonna put up the numbers because ain't nobody else scoring. But what's hurting the Hawks, truly what's hurting the Hawks is leadership. It really is that. Because he really slick got the pieces around him that they can, if he...
I don't know about that.
No, like John Collins, bro, like they better than what, 8 wins? They're better than 8 wins on the season.
John Collins had about 19 to 15.
But the thing about it, they was on pace to get to the playoffs. But John Collins got suspended for
25 games, but that's a long time.
What do you mean on pace? He got suspended within 5 games.
What else said?
Within a month.
No, it wasn't.
No. It was super early.
But they was competitive.
They was 2 and 3,
and they was competitive.
They was 2 and 3.
They was competitive.
They was 2 and 3,
last year,
bro. Here's the thing, though, right? That people don't want to admit. Whoever working the Hawks, PR and marketing is great because the games are still sold out. The atmosphere is there.
But
like
MLK's days always sold out.
No, but I'm saying I've been going to the games like pretty regularly this season.
Oh, okay.
And they even if they not sold out, they are packed.
Because we have an exciting player.
And the that's we got somebody that's an all-star. And the atmosphere is like go Hawks. In the past, it's always whatever team we playing. You know what I'm saying? But this is really like Hawks in there. And I mean, man, like I'm gonna say this,
besides
bro.
the Lakers game.
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, Lakers, you just all the Lakers fans come out and say what they say. But man, I will say this truly, bro. Like, the Hawks got to figure out something because I don't know if Trae gonna stay. I really don't, because it ain't like the NBA is wide open, bro. Like, he can go anywhere and put up the numbers that he putting up. Like, the dude is, what he got tonight? What?
42 and 15.
And then the thing is, right, when you got 42, when you got 42 and 15, it's hard to tell you that you ain't playing to your potential, because it's like, bro, I got 45 and 15, but like, you slick could have had 25 and 20, and the team would have been better off.
I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me, like, when I was in high school, whatever. And it was this dude, he used to go off all the time, though. But this is how I view Trae Young. This how, like, I view basketball sometimes. Mm-hmm. One dude, he had, like, 30-something one night. And I'm like, and he was like, I was telling somebody about it, and it was like, so what they mean? I said, bro, he just went off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, I was at the game, bro. He's part of the reason they lost. With 30. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I feel with Trae Young sometimes. Like, they are better than 8 wins. Mm-hmm. A lot of that has to do with some of the ill-advised shots Trae Young takes.
But you got to think about it. And we was watching it, and I even said it. It got to the point them niggas kept missing so many shots. He just stopped looking for them. And he just started getting
and you know what that is? That's bad leadership.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's bad leadership. Because I'll bring this up, right? And you know what? Trae, if you see this, you're gonna get that criticism because you are the star player. So this is what comes with the territory. But all them times, like how they used to talk about LeBron, like how LeBron would have the numbers, but then like the team, and truth be told, the team always won, but they didn't really get over the over the hump. The reason why they weren't getting over the hump is because LeBron was focusing on doing 30, 8, and 7, great numbers, right? But you see what LeBron doing with the Lakers now? LeBron don't care about scoring 30. LeBron say, like, bro, give me 20, but I'm trying to get 12 assists a game. And they actually winning because he's moving the ball around more.
In LeBron's case, I don't think he ever cared about scoring 30.
He really did, but he was forced to.
I feel Trae Young cares about scoring.
I'm about to say, but to Trae Young's defense, with a team like that, why not build your own stock up? So if you do decide to leave,
that's what I'm saying. He's building his stock up to deal, bro.
That's these all-star
no, because you got to build
now when it's time to renegotiate, niggas gonna pay you because you still.
Well, he gonna get paid. He gonna get paid for the
bro. They gonna give everything except the kitchen sink for this.
Yeah, no,
Trae Young.
Trae Young gonna get the max in Atlanta.
What I'm saying is, you have to develop a culture, and if you taking them stupid ass shots, that hurts your culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you said. When I was like, because I'm not really the biggest Cam Reddish fan, you know what I mean? And I always attributed to, that nigga came from the suburbs. So, but that may not be it, because he's hella timid. You know, he has no dog in him for real.
That's Duke.
Huh?
That's Duke.
I'm with you.
That's
I'm
Duke,
with you.
bro.
I mean, but we got
best player come out of Duke.
We got Kyrie for examples.
I'm saying no. Kyrie is the best player. He's the only dog, in my personal opinion.
He's a diva, though.
He is a diva.
No, but he's the only dog that came out of Duke, in my opinion.
When it comes to hooping,
Everybody else, timid, and maybe Elton Brand. Everybody else, bro, like they don't have it.
so
Never had it. Injury prone, and he got that too.
And I'm saying, and I said it like, because Black said like, well, it ain't in everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's still a good player. I disagree, but I feel you that it's not in everybody. You see what I'm saying? So that is part of why you have to develop a culture. You see what I'm saying? You got to develop a culture to be like, we all in this together. Nigga, we got to grind it out on some Memphis shit. You feel what I'm saying? Memphis, they had the most talented team. You know what I'm saying? They steadily in the playoffs, though, right?
But who was their leader? They had veterans.
Hold on, they develop into veterans. Mark Gasol was on the team with his brother. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph. Like, Zach Randolph was an outcast from the league, for real. Like, those weren't your quote-unquote veterans. They grew together. Tony Allen was your quote-unquote veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Conley was your quote-unquote veteran. He came in, he was drafted by those people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I still
like,
think it's going to be...
They had to grow together. They had to grow that culture. Like,
But how long did that take? This is
it
what,
didn't
Trey
take
third
that long,
year?
actually.
No, this Trey's second year.
Nah,
Third.
Is this his third? You sure? Last year he was
Oh,
rookie of the
last year
year.
he was supposed to
He
be
was co-rookie of the year with
his
Luka.
second year.
This is second
yeah,
year.
averaging 28. God damn.
He killing, bro. Like, I mean, he went third in
Was he a
scoring?
freshman? Did he leave his freshman year?
I think so.
Talking about Oklahoma?
Yeah, he didn't stay long, did he?
Yeah, he led the league.
Yeah, he didn't stay long.
He down there 20. He probably ain't
I mean, don't say he's young, bro.
I don't. He can't drink. I don't care. Like, you
I'll
still
put-
have to
Let's
develop
be
a
realistic
culture.
Too, though.
No,
Huh?
what
I said,
he
let's be realistic too.
he young, but what's gonna have to happen though? Honestly,
But
in Atlanta,
everybody's young. Like, I
No,
was here
no,
the
let
other
me
day,
get this up.
you know,
Say
you listen to the
Yeah, no,
knuckleheads
good.
or whatever.
But-
Like, they say your veterans be like 24.
right? But what I'm saying is Trey is the obvious leader of the team at this point. He's gonna have to, in my opinion, he's gonna have to focus on 25 and 12 as opposed to 40 or what he's averaging 28. So he's gonna have to worry about 20 and 15 as opposed to 28 and 9 or 10 because any given night Trey can go for 35 like it ain't nothing. Like he can do that. A lot of them points be junk time too, cause they already down and they just trying to come back, and it's just like Trey come down and he just shoot. Like
So them niggas, a lot of it got to do with defense. What's it could go with them not scoring?
they need help, bro.
But
They
niggas,
looking
put,
good.
Like they getting niggas putting 140 on them consistently.
Yeah, they ain't playing no
I'm with you.
defense.
They probably averaging like 120. Like the team
They ain't playing no
averaging
defense,
120.
bro.
So in the Mavericks case, right? John Collins and Porzingis, we're gonna say they cancel out. Even though I think Porzingis is a little better, like gifted in terms of neck for scoring and shit like that. They cancel out when it comes to production or whatever. But everybody else on the team is in the same boat as everybody else on the Hawks. Like it's not too many people on the Mavericks that can create off the bounce and this, that, and the third. But Luka's creating for them and putting them in winning situations. Like
Is Luka's the better player?
I think so.
He's the better.
Overall,
He's the
Cut
better.
this
Facilitator.
This what people fail to realize too in certain cases too, right? That him playing pro as a youngin helped him
100%.
because he knows when to do things.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
And
And that's what I'm saying with Trae Young.
For the
You have to
record-
know when to do things.
For the
You know what I'm
record, the
saying?
Hawks are averaging 107.8 points and they're giving up 117.5.
That's crazy.
So
You
it's
giving
really
up
it's a
10 more
shootout.
points?
It's a shootout every game. It's a
And-
shootout every
Street
game.
ball.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, YMCA ball, bro. You just jacking, bro.
What's crazy in the East, everybody opponents are averaging at least 106 points a game. Ain't nobody playing defense in the East. That's crazy.
Well, the rules.
Well,
dictate some of
actually,
that, too.
that's everybody averaging over 105 points a game.
And you
Yeah.
know, you remember when busting the clock was a thing?
That used to be a thing. Now
You
that
see what I'm
happens on
saying?
a
Like the
normal
rules
basis.
dictate some of that shit too.
Even like I say, watching the game, niggas is driving to the hoop to look for the three. Like,
Right.
If you don't go up and get the foul or
Right.
get the layup,
Right.
like,
It's.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. it's exciting, but as somebody who like grew up watching basketball, I never like was a player of basketball like that. But watching it just sucks, bro. Cause like no defense. Like at any given point, nobody really playing defense.
Well, I'm
until the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna say this, and then we can move on. I'm gonna say this. Nobody ever really played defense back in the day, bro.
I disagree.
No, I'm finna tell you, bro. Niggas was just hacking niggas that they couldn't check.
Well, okay, all right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not defense. They was hacking niggas they couldn't check. Niggas is burning your ass, and you coming with the clothesline. Like, niggas is burning your ass, and you coming pulling on their arms and shit. That's not D.
But that forced you to change the way you play, though.
Huh?
That forced people to change the way they play. Like, if you know you can't just come in the hole like that, it shifted the game.
You can't guard him.
But
like,
my thing is,
bro, I done seen some old Scottie Pippen shit. Like, bro, you can't guard that nigga for real. Like, you really just grabbing him.
Right. But
and it's allowed.
What I'm saying is, I don't like the fact that every play, every game is this right here. Everybody playing on the perimeter. Don't nobody even. It ain't even no need to have a center in the game no more. Or forwards. You don't need nobody. Like everybody point guards. Point guards and shooting guards. Everybody.
Everybody's
like everybody, bro.
Player.
Like I'm talking about it. You got people that'll be wide open in the lane, bro, and just dish the ball out and have somebody shoot a three. Like you right here, bro. All you got to do is do this. It's 7-footers that sit there just do this, and they like try to dish the ball out. Like
our
why
7-footers are trash.
Oh well, that's another story.
Alex Lynn.
Real talk. What the Hawks need to do though, I thought they were gonna do it.
Huh? Did he play today?
I don't know.
Who?
I thought the Hawks were gonna do it when they said they were trying to trade for
Y'all know who he looked like though?
Who the Hawks were trying to? What's the dude on
Detroit? Andre Drummond.
I thought they were gonna try to make a move, man.
I would have liked that.
I would have liked that a lot.
It ain't over with.
Yeah,
no, it ain't over. No, they said they ain't looking at
Detroit pulled out?
No,
the Hawks pulled out.
Why
They ain't
they
looking at. I have no clue.
I would have shipped.
We got Jeff Teague and said.
Everybody except Trae Young and John Collins is on the chopping board.
Really?
On the chopping block.
That's the truth though.
Yeah, on the chopping block.
And you keep Vince Carter.
Hey, y'all know who Alex Lynn look like?
Who?
What's my man name?
It's your story, bro.
I know it's my story.
You know who he look
Aaron
like?
Hernandez.
Oh wow! Are we gonna get? All right. So we here. That was a good segue. Good segue.
He look like Aaron Hernandez.
Hey,
bro.
so first off, welcome to the No Buffer Podcast. As you can see, Chiane is not here, so we really talking about sports all episode. This boys club.
We get it off tonight, Queen.
Yeah, we get it off, Chiane. So hey, we you know you're not here, so we gonna get our sports fix in. But speaking of Aaron Hernandez, and I know Chiane wanted to talk about this too, because she brought it up in the group chat.
Hey Pete, real quick for y'all, bitch.
Go.
We was somewhere, and the conversation was on some shit we weren't interested in, right?
Mm.
And she said, "Yeah, this is how I feel when y'all talk about sports." And at that moment, I really felt her, bro. Like, I apologized like 5 times, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, if you really feel like this is a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
The fuck are we talking about?
I forgot what we were talking about at that point too, but yeah, I remember when she said
No. This wasn't even here. Like,
no, she said that on camera before too, though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I ain't feeling it because I wasn't feeling.
Oh, because you was into the conversation.
Yeah, but I felt that way at the particular time. She was like, "Yeah, this is how I feel when y'all talk about sport." And I was like, "Damn, you feel like this?" I definitely apologize, dog, because this is horrible.
That's funny.
But go ahead. I'm sorry about Aaron Hernandez.
No, man. So the Aaron Hernandez doc, bro, like I checked it out, all 3 episodes, and I come to the conclusion that bro had a lot of screws loose up there. No, bro. No, like for real, man. Like it's some stuff you can look at. You know how you can look at things and you can kind of make your own assessment. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, bro. And I know documentaries. The whole job of a documentary is to tell the narrative of what you want them to. You know, like if me and you make a doc, we gonna frame it the way we want it to. Yeah. So we don't know. How I'm not gonna say how true. I think the truth is there, but we don't know what narrative is what narrative. But from looking at the doc and then assessing the doc, bro had some screws loose, bro. Like a lot of things going on that just.
They say he was a whole hitman out here, man.
Dog.
And living a normal life as a football player.
Like chilling.
With a family.
A whole season after 2 murders or some shit.
Like, what? I'm like, bro, how you pop 2 people over getting something spilled on you and play a whole season? Like, ain't nothing happened. Like, no remorse, no nothing. You don't feel nothing.
Somebody spilled something on him. That's why he ended up killing him.
Yeah. Like, he had no connection to the dudes. Like, the dudes were they were at a club, and the dude spilled the drink on them. And
Florida.
that was the Florida.
That was the one in Florida. So okay,
that was the first 2
Pouncey
allegedly that, you know what I'm saying,
before
the one that he really got caught up on. Yeah.
Okay.
But that was just wild just to see. And then, like, so there gets to a point in the doc, right? And this guy is on the stand. And, like, you know how I'm visually looking. I was like, man, something wrong with dude, right? So I was like, man, he looked like something wrong with his face.
He had a glass eye, something like that?
Possibly. And so there's no explanation. You just see this dude, like, look like something going on with him on the stand. And then until, like, toward the end of the second episode, where he details where Aaron Hernandez allegedly shot him in the head. I'm like, what? Yes. I'm like, what are you talking about? This dude shot you in the head.
He meant to kill him, and he
tried to kill him, and he lived. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? Like, that's you have shot allegedly 4 people, bro, that you got caught. Or
so
what?
he really was some serial shit, like
No, he had something else going on, man. Like, I don't even, you know, like I said, these docs, they tell the story they want to tell, bro. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like, something ain't right. Like, he had something went right up there, bro. Like, and he was a sloppy killer too. Like, cause with the Odin guy, like they found he rented a car. They found shell cases in the car. They found bubble gum in the car, stuck to the shell case, and they got him on tape where he bought the bubble gum.
So he ain't watched no CSI
At all.
No Criminal Minds.
No forensic files. And then when he returned the car, the lady at the register said he offered her a piece of bubble gum, the same type of bubble gum that they found in the car. I was like, bro, what is going on? It was a lot, bro. It was a lot.
He's a whole professional athlete,
bro.
On top of the world, you would think.
You would think. Yes.
But see, I got to thinking about that shit. Like, it's a lot of shit that be going on with these players, and because it's a violent game they play, 100%. Bro. And so a lot of that shit is rattled. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you even think about the guy in Kansas City that killed himself in the parking lot.
Hold on, who we talking about?
Y'all don't remember that? Bro, it was a guy from Kansas City, a linebacker. He wasn't no star, no shit like that.
Yeah.
Played on the team. Killed himself in the parking lot and killed his girlfriend before he got there.
Yeah. Bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like that shit is deep. Like, I forgot who was there. I don't know if it was Andy Reid or Romeo Crennel. It was one of them, I think. You know what I'm saying? That was all them out there in the parking lot trying to talk the man down. They witnessed that.
Oh, they witnessed that happen.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Wow. Like, that's crazy, and that is swept under the rug. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a reason it's swept under the rug, because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Bro, they had, and you know, like I said, with these docs, sometimes things are taken out of context. But they had a section on there where Robert Kraft was speaking, and, you know, the way they placed the clip came after they were talking about CTE and all of these things. And Robert Kraft made a statement. Like I said, it's out of context, but still, the statement was wild. He was like, man, look, football is a great sport. I played it. My sons played it. My grandsons played it. He was like, and you know, you should definitely play it too. And it's just like, bro, are we not going to talk about, and he was like, yeah, and the New England Patriots, we've taken steps to make sure that our players are protected more. We enhance the equipment and all of these things. And I'm like, bro, of course an owner of an NFL franchise is not going to admit that how dangerous the sport is, bro. But it's like, come on, man. The proof is in the pudding at this point. Like, you seeing people get knocked out on the field. They sitting there. And then here's the thing, right? What's the dude who just retired? Luke Kuechly from Carolina. He was dealing with concussions the whole time he was in the league.
Right.
So This dude averaging like 2 concussions a season almost. So imagine how many concussions he had that he didn't tell nobody about. Like these are only the ones that he basically couldn't get out. You know, he couldn't get around. Like
yeah. They caught you in the act.
Yeah.
They got caught in the act. Like they just suffer all kind of concussions.
Right.
On a regular. You see what I'm saying?
So imagine that, bro. Like you know, this man getting his head beat around. It don't make sense that you got people retiring as soon as they get in the league. Once they realize, like, oh no, bro, this ain't the move for me. I got to get up out of here. And I don't know, bro. It's just. I feel like it ain't. It's nothing's gonna be done because it makes too much money, and we're gonna keep watching the NFL regardless, because we like what you know what I'm saying.
And like I say, like that shit a dangerous game, dog.
It's dangerous,
like,
bro.
But I do feel like players, they gonna start taking charge. Like they gonna start, after they rookie contract, they might start retiring for real. After they get that big contract and serve their contract, I don't think players gonna start going into their 30s and playing no more. I think 29, 28.
But what's crazy is the money ain't that big. I mean, of course it's big because we're talking about millions. But in comparison to other sports, the money is not that big in the NFL, bro. The only people that's really getting paid are quarterbacks and offensive linemen, left tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the only people really getting paid. Wide receivers not getting money like that. Running backs, after they... And then the thing is, with a running back can kill for their first 3-4 years on their rookie contract and got to fight to get another contract after killing for 3 years. It makes no sense, bro.
Hey, this kind of crazy just even reading this shit.
You read that Aaron Hernandez thing?
No.
What you read? Oh.
The dude from the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I ain't gonna get into the whole background of when he ended up killing his girlfriend, but he's killed this girl, shot in the abdomen, hip, back, leg, hand, a total of 9 times.
Oh, that was a murder of passion.
But I mean, you know, niggas might be off his rocker.
Yeah, he definitely off his rocker, but that ain't no like, oh, I made a mistake. Like this was like, oh no, she got
9
die.
times.
Yeah.
After that, he drove his Bentley. This was like between 6:30 and 7 a.m. in the morning. Drove his Bentley to the Chiefs practice facility next to Arrowhead. Stepped out the car with a gun pointed to his head when he encountered Chiefs General Manager Scott Pioli. Becker told Pioli that he murdered his girlfriend, thanked him before asking for Pioli and Chiefs owner Clark Hunt to take care of his daughter. Pioli tried to persuade Becker to drop the gun. Then Chiefs head coach Romeo Crennel, along with linebackers coach Gary Gills, arrived and joined the effort. Police had been dispatched to the scene at 8:01 a.m. As the sounds of sirens approached, Beckler told the men that he had to kill himself and can't be here. Knelt down by a car, made a sign of the cross, and shot himself. All them folks witnessed that shit. Like, we ain't like,
Dog.
them folks got to take that with them. Like, you can't never get that out your head.
That is, bro.
And you sit here trying to talk them down and shit. Like,
Do you know somebody that took their life?
yeah, but I ain't witnessed it.
No, I didn't witness it either. I knew somebody. I knew a couple of people, but it sticks with you. And these are people who weren't even close to me like that. You know what I'm saying? But I associates or whatever. And it's like I can only imagine being in front of the witness something. And you know nowadays too, bro, with social media, we so like desensitized, thinking that it's not even real. You might see something like that, and even when they had the nip thing going around, I didn't want to watch it, bro. I'm like, I don't know this dude, but I listen to his music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh man,
they gotta take that with them, bro. Like
everywhere they go.
That was at least 5 people I named in that.
Yeah. And then with the Aaron Hernandez doc too, you find out that it's like it's 2 sisters that are kind of in between all of this.
Right, he's dating one of them, and then you talking about for the last murder, right? The one he got caught.
The
for,
one
right?
that he got caught for, yeah. It's just, man, I'm like, what do you do? That's your sister. What do you do at this point? Like,
and she's on the phone with this man like every day. You see this?
Every day. Like, what do you do as a sister? Like, your fiance killed my man, and now, like, I don't even know how do you even process that, bro? It's gonna take some years, man. Like they gonna have to go to some therapy. They gonna have to do a lot of everything, bro. It's crazy.
Cause that shit is all the way crazy.
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot.
That shit is all the way crazy. But I don't know, man. But not even just like be on the football players, bro. A lot of people like suicide rate is at a high right now for like. I don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think people doing enough talking. Like, I think people are keeping a lot of stuff. People keeping a lot of things to themselves and don't feel that they can talk to somebody about that, regardless if it's like therapist or person.
Since the beginning of time, I feel like social media plays a big part in it because you sitting here at your cubicle and niggas is goddamn living their best life at your same age. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you seeing this shit like, man, what the fuck am I doing? And you thinking about this every day of your life. Like, you pressed till you bust type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
It break down. Like,
what you saying, I'm thinking, right? And this is not that to that extreme, but like, I started that new IG page where I put up pictures of me traveling, right? So like, I've only posted maybe 11 or 12 pictures. But I took all of those pictures at the same, like on the same week and a half trip back in May. But if somebody's seeing that, if I was posting, if I took 200 pictures and I legit posted a picture a day, somebody mentally will look at that and be like, man, this Joe, he always gone. Like, what? I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy what social media do to people. You know, it's like, man.
Like, and it's enhanced. Like,
it's so enhanced.
I remember my dog. So I mean, he had a full scholarship. You know what I'm saying? One of the prestigious school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I remember him saying he felt like a failure because him and LeBron age is in the same. They the same age or whatever. But he got $90 million out of high school. I said, bro, you got to calm down. Nah, really. You got to calm down, bro. I'm telling you, I felt like a failure. Like, what, bro? Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, but I can't tell him he ain't supposed to be feeling like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but that type feeling is probably enhanced right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, just seeing people like, oh, they here, they there. Like, they got this much money. They got shit is enhanced, bro. Like, folks don't know how to handle it. And bro, social media is evil, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, niggas was clowning me because I ain't get one for a couple months ago, but that shit evil, bro. Like,
it is. It got some demonic value to it, bro.
That
like,
shit
it really,
evil,
it's
bro.
a spirit, bro.
If you let it though, it is a lot of illusion.
it ain't about like, okay, like even subconsciously, if somebody was seeing this shit, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know how many times, and I know you do it, everybody do it. You scroll through shit, and some shit you might not even stop on. You see what I'm saying? But if you scroll through 3 or 4 pictures, and you're not even stopping on them, but subconsciously you be like, damn, bro, that's going on, and you sitting in your room.
How many of y'all watch, like, as soon as you get up, you checking your social media?
I try to stop, but it be hard. Like, first thing I do is grab my phone.
Well, God bless. But I'm saying that
First thing I do is listen to some music.
But what I'm saying is that's the norm.
After I go through my routine,
your
brush
routine.
my teeth and wash my face, I listen to some music.
That's
you hop right out the bed.
Huh?
The alarm
Like,
go off. You just hop right out.
Eyes, like, what you do? You just lay there for a minute.
Well, I don't get too many off days, but when I do, I do hop out the bed. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Turn your swag on.
Huh? What you say?
I said to turn your swag on.
Hop up out the bed.
Turn my swag on.
Like, sometimes it take me a good 30, 40 when I get up, just to get out the bed.
Nah,
just because I'm on my phone. Like,
That's the devil, bro. That phone to do it.
Well, I might claim it to being institutionalized a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, today really surprised the fuck out of me because I really can't sleep past 8 o'clock. Good call me today. I'm like, damn, it's 10:30. I don't feel like the day done slipped away from me.
Hey,
I'm like, it's 10:30.
If you would have heard him, now he had so much concern in his voice when he said 10:30.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah,
like,
bro.
I usually even when I'm off, like I really can't sleep past like 8 for the most part. So good, so it'll sleep done caught up with you.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm like, damn, like, I don't feel like the day got away. Like, the sun good enough. I ain't used to this shit right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after we got off the phone, I hopped my ass up. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
that's
but,
funny.
So, would you call Aaron Hernandez a psychopath, or he's just
sociopath,
or he's damaged?
Well, see, all right. So there's so many layers to that dog.
Is it hurt people type shit? Like,
Because
is he a psychopath though?
what they did not go into, but it was like an underlying like, for one, Aaron Hernandez was number 3 in his family when it came down to sports in his town.
His dad
was a star. His brother, then him. So I mean, that's a level of, pressure in itself already. Like, your dad is the man. They called it. His dad nickname was the King. Like, so that let you know, Dad run Bristol, bro.
When you got that shit in your high school book,
that's what I'm saying.
100% yearbook. Oh, you was the man.
Yeah, you was the man. So you got that to deal with. That's already one level, which that's a real thing when you dealing with trying to live up to like your parents' expectations. Whatever, even if, and his dad was one of them types where like, no, my sons are going to the NFL type thing. So it's, you know how it is. Like, your parents are trying to live their life through you, vicariously through you or whatever. But then you add on to it what they talked about, it was like his pops was beating his mama, like seriously beating his mom. So my thing is, it's hard to believe that if the mom getting beat, the kids ain't getting beat. Like,
he definitely got beat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't catch too many men that's, if they beating on the mom, they ain't taking out that aggression on the kids too. Like, everybody usually is gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
What I tell you about leaving your plates on the table?
All those small things. So if you grow up in a household like that, of course that's gonna do damage to you, bro. Like, you already got the pressure of trying to be like your dad. Now you seeing what your dad doing, and it's like, man, there's so many levels and layers to that, bro. Like,
but that leads to killing, though.
We don't know. You feel me? Like, it's so much stuff. You can't blame it on just the CTE. You can't just blame it on like the foot. It's layers, bro. All of that stuff at the end of the day led to 3 murders that we know of in an attempted murder.
So, have you ever met people that you knew like, oh, this nigga's a psycho, or Shorty's a psycho?
Had a feeling of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was those triggers, I should say?
I'll put it like this. I can't really explain it, but it's a feeling. Like,
I can explain mine, but go ahead.
It's just a feeling. Like, I've been around some people where I was like, all right, put it like this. You've seen me leave the room when I feel like, oh no, I don't need to be here. Like, you've seen me
going another direction.
You see me, like, cause
on multiple occasions.
Like, I'm the type where I'm a very observant dude. So if I see somebody that's just like way too passionate about something that ain't that serious to be passionate about, I see that in them. Now, not necessarily that they gonna go to the route of killing people, but bro, I've been around people who everything cool. We sitting there having a conversation just like this right here. And somebody do the smallest minute thing, like knock over a book, and they just like buck. And I'm like, oh yeah, he crazy. I know who he is. Cause I'm saying, like, bro, like, if I knock, like, for example, right now, that Beyond the Streets book, if I knock that book over, your reaction probably gonna be like, oh, like, it caught you off guard. Your reaction ain't gonna be like, why you knocking over my book? That's my book. It's like possessive and all of that. Like, that ain't gonna be your reaction. If that was your reaction, I'd be like, yeah, Steve crazy. I'm like, something wrong with him. Or you don't see dudes who, especially when they with a woman, and just like overprotective.
Yeah, the tight women to be like, I'm finna go to the bathroom. Nah, bitch, we about to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And they're like, oh no, he crazy.
We about to go to the bathroom.
He crazy.
I go with you.
Yeah, he crazy.
So, how I feel people could be psychopaths, or what's like happened to me is when people have whole conversations
To themselves?
to themselves.
Yeah.
You feel
Like,
what I'm saying? Like,
out though.
huh?
Like outward. Not
Yeah. Like they talking to you, but no matter what you respond with, they're gonna keep talking to you. That's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, it's a little something.
What's
the difference between psychopath and sociopath?
I was gonna ask you that when you said it.
It's two.
Yeah, because you corrected me, so I was like waiting for that explanation too.
Well, let's look it up. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll
Go
look it
ahead.
up. We'll get the right information.
All right, cool. Psychopath just like that's just a crazy person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know there's a difference. I don't know the difference.
But they got a psychopath test. That's one test that we will not take on air. We do not want to find out. So it says psychopath is traditionally a personality disorder characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy and remorse, and bold, disinhibited, and egotistical traits. It is sometimes considered synonymous with sociopaths. So hold on, let's look at sociopaths, see what the difference is.
Can we get there in like normal people terms, bro? Like you feel
Bro, I gave you the Wikipedia, man.
that's fine, bro. Like I need a like normal, yeah, bro. I need a normal person's like explanation, dog.
We need somebody. One of the listeners, y'all break that down. I'm giving you the medical term. Oh man,
That's one of the things you got to sit and like break down yourself. Like that wasn't no simple one.
It said that was deep.
Yeah, bro. That was deeply rooted. Like,
let's see. What else? I'm looking up sociopath. Let's see. So let's look at the keywords of psychopath. Personality disorder.
psycho.
So it's like their personality is different. They're antisocial. Impaired. They don't have empathy. So if we break that down, that's somebody typically who, like, personality wise, like they don't like being around people. And if I came in here and told you that my aunt died, and y'all just looking at me like and keep talking, that's not you know what I'm saying? You're not empathetic.
What's it called? Just falling in the psychopath.
Yeah.
You kill somebody, you still can play football. You feel me?
Right. Right.
He's a psychopath.
Right. So it's like really lack of empathy is one thing. Because, you know, anybody got something going on, bro. Like, you should be able to feel some type of feeling about that person. So sociopath, the definition is a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in an extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience. I don't know. So
It's the same shit, though.
But they did say they're
extreme.
I guess sociopath.
Socio is the next level. Psycho is the socio is socio.
So is Aaron Hernandez a sociopath or a psychopath?
Maybe he's both. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a mental health disorder, both of them. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get into this.
Go ahead.
I took an Uber the other day.
Oh, Lord. You know where this going to go. This sounds spicy already.
The guy asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know, good night, you know what I'm saying? Spending time with friends and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, dog broke off into a whole biblical rant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he started talking about Jacob and Esau. Let me pause right there.
He went deep on you.
Who all knows the story of Jacob and Esau between us?
Were they brothers?
Okay.
Yeah, they were brother. Jacob's
Okay.
ladder.
Okay.
Esau. Didn't Jacob get the inheritance and Esau didn't?
Okay.
Some around that. Close.
I will explain the story.
Okay, go ahead.
But the point is, how many people know this story for you to be making this casual conversation?
Yeah. That's not the casual Bible. The Bible,
It's not, bro. That's not the casual story, bro.
Adam and Eve is the casual
You feel what I'm
story.
saying?
The Noah's Ark type shit.
Yeah, Noah's Ark.
You know what I'm saying?
Eve.
Jonah in the well.
You don't hit him with the Jacob.
That
and
ain't
Esau.
even the five. The man coming with the fish and feeding thousands. Like, that's not even that one, bro. That's a real deep story.
Yeah, that's a deep one. Like, you
in
gotta know
terms
your
of like
Bible.
you really was reading. How you know I'm that person?
Yeah, you got to be on read your Bible a couple times.
That's
to know
what I'm
about
saying.
that one, bro.
And this story transitioned to how your night was doing.
Oh, so he started there, then went to that.
Right. Like, where does it come from?
Yeah, bro.
Second.
Oh, there's more.
All right, let's play this story of Jacob and Esau.
Yeah, give us break it down for us, bro.
They're brothers.
They're brothers. Okay.
Esau is.
Hold on. Are you speaking from knowledge, or are you speaking from what he told you?
No, I mean, I grew up in the church, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Sunday.
saying.
That's one of them Sunday school lessons.
Yeah, like,
But not the first or second week.
See,
That's
y'all
like
gotta
that's like
understand.
week 9.
From birth. From birth.
Yeah.
I was in church
Yeah. I
for
feel
Sunday school in 2 services all the
Yeah.
way till like the 10th grade.
you. I feel you.
When I first got a job.
Yeah.
I made sure I worked those Sundays.
Yeah, mama. They said they only got availability on Sunday. And then look. I was trying to see if I could come in at 12. They hit me with, "No, we need you here at 8." I got to work a whole 8 to 5 on Sunday. Don't get your money, baby.
I know the basis of Jacob and Esau, but like detail by detail, it might get a little fuzzy. But this is pretty much the synopsis. Esau is the older brother. Jacob is the younger brother.
Yeah.
Jacob is his mama's boy. Esau is a daddy's boy. Boom. Their dad is Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac about to die. He about to give off the birthright, which belongs to Esau.
Correct, because he's the oldest.
Huh?
Because he's the oldest, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Jacob's mama was like, "Nah, I believe you should get it." So Isaac sent Esau to go make some venison soup. You know what I'm saying? Stew or whatever you want to put
Whatever
it.
it is back then.
Boom. His mama, Rebecca, was like, "I'll make the soup. You presented to Isaac because he's half blind.
Mm-hmm.
You throw on some wool because Esau was hairy.
Harry, yep.
And you can steal his birthright. Yada, yada, yada.
That's how it went.
That's the synopsis. Boom. How many people know this? Who knows? But he transitioned to this shit like smoothly. Well, not really smoothly. It was just awkward. It was awkward. That's the word, awkward. So after 2,
Oh man, this is funny.
he might say some shit, and I'd be like, "Yeah."
Yo, you ain't hit him with the for real. You started. That's crazy. Wow.
My yeah is all those things.
Yeah.
In this particular situation,
How the year go?
yeah. He say something again, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. After that, no lie, I stopped talking, responding, whatever. I got a little ride on me, dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got a little height to go.
He's giving me all this shit. Like, he's still talking. He might say something in question form.
Yeah.
Wait for me to respond. No response. And keep it moving. That is a psychopath, dog. Like, in a nutshell, dog.
Yeah.
Where you're talking to yourself. You're not even having a conversation.
Right.
You're talking to yourself. You like
He had no empathy for you, bro. He didn't like real talk. Like he had no empathy. Like
Bro,
no
it was
social
like,
skills.
It was like
looked and seen
3
that you wasn't feeling it.
instances
Yeah.
when he posed something in question form, and it was silence, and he kept it
So
moving.
yeah, this what happened then. Oh,
and he kept it moving.
Yeah, I feel.
See, what they tell you is,
They hit you with that. What they tell you?
what they
is?
tell you, they want to make you think that Jacob is the. What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about, dog?
Look, man.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you somebody. As someone who is a Christian, that is what's wrong with other Christians, right? That's how you lose somebody.
Cause
That's how you lose somebody.
And I was just about to say this good. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, this what God chose is to be his messenger, bro. Like, cause you know me.
Yeah.
And you know I ain't really
Yeah.
with the shit, so whatever, quote unquote, whatever. I don't know how to put it right
That's
now.
all you acknowledge it. That's all. We all talked about it before, bro. It's all good.
This is your messenger? Like, if say somebody was to convert me. You feel what I'm saying? This is your messenger?
That's another conversation. But yeah.
Psychopath.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, what are we doing?
You gotta know when you gotta know how to read social cues.
You gotta know your personnel.
You gotta know your personnel. I like how that's a good callback right there. That's a good callback. But yeah, you got to know, bro. Like you have to read people and know when they done with the conversation.
And I shut up on purpose, and I wanted to see how long he was gonna go. He went the whole trip.
You ain't even hit him with the headphones or nothing. You just
Out of all times, I left him. Bro,
Yeah.
I
He probably would've still
because
talked.
I text good. I was about to tell him to call me.
Hey, I'm talking about I ain't even hit 75 yet. My man was like, oh, my man just own one right here in the Uber.
Cause
Oh man,
when I tell you that, I was legit concerned. Like, bro, thinking that was a female, she might have been scared out of her mind, bro.
Yeah.
This dude is crazy.
Would have had to hop out that thing.
You can let me out right here.
Well,
My friend said she gonna meet up with me.
you gotta hit him with one of them. Like, dang, I left my purse in what you calling. Just let me out here. I'll go and get it. You want me to wait for you? No, don't worry about it. I'll probably get
I'll
another
call
drink.
another one.
Yeah, I'll call another one. It's all good.
Bro.
You sure?
Bro,
We about to go to stay right now.
I know people who have done that, but that was like one of those ones where I was like, damn, people are really crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, you don't want to see what's on his search engine.
No, he probably got all kind of crazy stuff in there, man. Like, but you know, you got people who like that for real. Like, they just don't know. They don't know how to, for one, like I said, read social cues. But then he had, like, in my opinion, he had his agenda before you even came in the car.
And that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. Why are you forcing this? And you trying to rewrite their story. See what they want you to know.
What they want you to know.
They want you to think that Jacob was the traitor. I didn't even get to find out. See, look, this conversation could have, because I entertain the bullshit sometimes just to, because, I like to argue sometimes. So I would have, just for him to be on his stance, to make sure he argue his stance correctly.
Yeah.
Get a nigga routed one time, like if you really believe what you believe in, type.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it that night. And I didn't even get to the point to ask, what do you believe in?
And if you would have asked that question, that would have tripped you out, because you would have found out that he don't believe in it. He's an atheist. That's what he was going to tell you.
What they want you to believe.
That's what you were about to hit you with if you would have kept asking. You would be like, well, actually.
Bro, if you don't shut up and you're an atheist. See, what they want you to believe, that Jacob is the traitor.
Oh, boy. It was in mode.
Bro, and this was straight. I promise you, bro, if I would have recorded this, bro, it was right after how's your night been?
Oh, it was
and he
that
went
quick.
straight into it.
That was the response to how was your night.
Oh, nah, when he said,
That was his response when he asked you how was your night. Oh, it was cool, and he jumped into.
he
the
went straight into it. Bro, that's some psychopath. Like, all right. God bless, bro. That's some crazy stuff I ever, So, Chiane sent me some shit the other day, right? Mm-hmm. And it was the LSU and Clemson players, and they was doing interviews or whatever, and they was showing them, not interviews, but they was doing a little segment where they was showing them pictures of people. Mm-hmm. Mind you, all these kids are born between 98 and whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They showing them pictures of Britney Spears.
They didn't know who they were.
Showed them pictures of Nas, Crickets. Who's that? That's Bow Wow?
Wow.
Bruh, shit was getting ridiculous, dog.
They did that one time with, it was like a story going, they were showing pictures of Outcasts and people didn't know. That was on, going around social media at one point.
Right. So, you're right.
Yeah, I remember that.
When I seen that, though, it wasn't amusing to me, bro. It's really kind of heartbreaking.
They don't have no big brothers or sisters.
It's kind of heartbreaking because, we failing, bro. Damn big, because even, when we speak on narratives, right, they put born in 98, yada, yada, yada. Bro, I was born in 91, bro. I know what Duke Ellington looked like, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga know what Charlie Gillespie, you know what I'm saying? Nigga know who Thelonious Monk look like. Nigga know what Nat King Cole look like.
You only listen to jazz for a second, though.
Huh?
Sound like you only been listening to jazz. You grew up listening to jazz.
Nigga know what Maya Angelou look like, bro. Nigga know what Mahalia Jackson look like, bro. Sound like. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what's
Ike and Tina Turner, niggas know what these people look like. That's sad. And this ain't even on no serious shit, bro.
Yeah.
These are, they contributed to the world, you know what I'm saying,
100%.
musicians, you know what I'm saying? But these ain't even the people that move shit. Like,
well, I was gonna say what's more disheartening is the fact that you can find out all of that information quicker than what we could growing up.
thank you. You see what I'm saying? Like, thank you.
There's no excuse not to know. In 2020, there's no excuse not to know who Nas and like.
But to their defense, on some devil's advocate shit,
Why
would they be looking that up? Like, what would make even though
you right?
That's the thing about the internet. Yeah, it's all there, but it's
so much information.
It's like walking into a library.
So
it's
vast.
All these books, so
I mean, I feel on that. Just like I said, I get overwhelmed just for Netflix. I went to before Christmas. I went into Barnes and Nobles. I tell you, I was overwhelmed. My damn, I almost had anxiety and taking that picture, bro.
It's so much, bro.
I'm looking for shit for my little niece. You know what I'm saying? Like little books. You know what I'm saying, for her, like little Einstein joints or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm sitting there about to have an anxiety and saying like, bro, this is like
it's a lot. Like, where do I start?
Yeah, exactly.
I did the same thing actually. Like, I was trying to find a book for my wife. I ended up going to the lady like, look, I don't even know where to even start looking for this book. Just go ahead, because you try to be on your man and it's just like, oh, I find it. I'm like, look, I've been in here for 10 minutes and I feel like I ain't got nothing accomplished. Where do I even find this book at? Go ahead and just look this up for me because it's too
funny.
much.
For L's little girl birthday, I was like, so what she like? You know, so I get a son. He was like, she like books or whatever. So he heard the concern in my voice because not only did I know what not to get children, I don't even know what to get little girls. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he heard the kind of like panic in my voice. He said, you know what? Just get her something to eat. She'll appreciate that more. Cause I started the way I was asking questions, like I really was about to be lost in this shit.
Yeah, you about to be lost.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, today the fence black. I feel it because I was telling my dog, cause we was having this conversation the other day, about the same joint, and I was like, if I would then hang around older people, I necessarily wouldn't know half the shit I know.
Right.
Or know half the shit I know as fast as I knew.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Cause I used to be that, nah, I don't know that. Nah, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But what triggered me, and this is not necessarily a great thing, is the looks I would get. Like, you don't know that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that motivated me more to like, I need to be on my shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. No, I feel you.
Now that would be bullying.
100% would be bullying.
In today's age, that would be considered bullying.
Definitely bullying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that motivated me more to be like, because if I say some shit that that was incorrect or whatever, niggas be like, what the hell you just say? Like, how the hell you don't know that? Or yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying?
And we got to stop that too in the black community, bro. Like,
I don't know, because that got me on point.
I mean, while that might have got you on point, you're the type, that's your personality type to get on point. That'll dishearten a lot of people and just be like. So,
okay, I agree. Okay, I agree. I got you.
Like on some like, like if, for example, if you don't know something and I'm only saying our community because like I haven't experienced this in white community. I'm talking about black people. We are quick to be on some like
judgmental shit.
Bro, you don't know that? Like we quick to hit them with like, why you don't know this? Why you don't know that? As opposed to pointing them in the direction and to get the information.
You killed me the other day with the Tribe Called Quest.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was a viral video. It was a DJ Smalls interview, and he asked dude.
Oh yeah.
He said a word.
Oh, you talking about you on that Ti?
It was from the West Side too. He used to be with Rich Kid.
Yeah, I know you talking about Guapo.
Yeah,
Jose Guapo.
He asked him, man, what was the word he said?
I don't know, but he said, "Why you gotta say all that? Why you just can't say this?"
And he was like, "What do that mean?" And then people on the internet was killing him like, you should learn that in the 4th grade." And I'm like, bro, that's why people don't ask questions. Right. Because he's asking like, I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But he also ridiculed the nigga too.
He did.
He ridiculed the nigga because he didn't know. He was like, he was embarrassed, kind of. Like, I'm sure he probably wanted to know slightly, but he was embarrassed also. But he also has this image to portray. Yeah. So he was just like, why you on your T.I. shit? Why you couldn't just say this?
And the word, and to be fair, the word wasn't even like.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a big. It wasn't a big word.
It's still like to your point.
Yeah.
Bro. It's like if motherfuckers don't know something, like just educate them instead of ridiculing them. Like
so, but like he said, and I do agree. Just because my personality that didn't break me, It was just like, oh, I got to get on my shit
get on
type
it.
shit.
Yeah.
But if I didn't know something around my older partners, they'll be like, how the fuck you don't know that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell you on? Like, you know, yada, yada, yada. But as I, like, so that was like, quote unquote, my world at the time, right? When I started really engaging with other people, I became the asshole. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I really wasn't even trying to be the asshole. Like, I really was just.
And why do you think you became that?
Because of that.
You see what
I mean, ain't know why I think I know.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
I know. Like, that was passed down to me. You see what I'm saying? Like,
now you in a position where you feel like, bro, you should know. Yeah, then you like, dang, we forget so fast, like, where we were.
Right.
The position that we were in. And once we get out of that position, it's so quick and easy to just, like, completely forget and not saying you put yourself on a pedestal, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you just easily forget. You didn't know at one point.
But, and I'm going to just say, to my defense, I didn't know what they was doing was wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, that was just life. You know what I'm saying? Right. But, like I say, I'm also grateful for that shit. It's just like somebody being grateful for growing up in the hood because you value shit a little differently than somebody who already had it all. You see what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily mean you want to pass that shit down that you grew up in the hood. But I'm also grateful that happened like that. You see what I'm saying?
No,
but when especially even with like like females and shit like that, and I hit that shit and like, oh, why you think you know everything, like, you know, that type shit, you know what I'm saying? I really became the asshole, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to really, like,
reel it back in, realize.
I need to chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for a minute, I'll be like, man, they tripping, or, you know what I'm saying?
Women will really make you rethink your decision making, bro. Like,
that's
what we learn. We learn right there through women, bro, because women will clown you on something, you be like, hold on, was I tripping?
Yeah,
you look at this a different way.
And I came to the realization I've been tripping, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and especially, you know, when we gotta be a little bit more delicate with them anyway, you know what I'm saying? But it's still carried over. Like, how the hell you don't know that? Like, you don't know this? Like, it could be just something simple. You don't know this Wayne song? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they feeling.
Like, why would I know this? I just started listening to Lil Wayne. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's so crazy how it be happening like that too, bro.
Yeah. But to saying all that, I still think that shit is goofy that you don't know, like, a lot of this shit. Like, I still got that inside of me, like, that shit goofed out, like.
Yeah, no, but it's exactly to your point. Like, even let's just take black and white people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some white people don't even know what the movie Friday is.
I definitely feel that. Mm-hmm. That was actually one of the topics that why I be like, you don't know Friday? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this to a black person, and my point was, bro, it's hella white people know what Friday is. Like, how you know?
I'll put it like this, right? Like, even my old lady, she ain't seen a lot of, like, classic black films. And the reason why is, like, growing up, she ain't watch TV like that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, when I be like, you ain't seen Menace to Society, you ain't seen Boys in the Hood, I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying?
One of my jobs, not too long, a couple years ago, it was this dark dude, you know what I'm saying, black dude, you know what I'm saying, like, he about my age. He didn't know none of these joints, and we grilling him. It's like three of us against him. Yeah. We grilling him. Oh, so you ain't seen this? You ain't seen this? You ain't seen this? After a while, he said yeah to a couple of them, but I feel like he said yeah to a couple of them because we grilling his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It can't give you no scene.
Hey, look, and niggas was going as far as to say, bro, you got to give us your card. That black card got to come with us today. Man. You see what I'm saying? But we really, like, when you think about it, that's the bullying shit.
It is
but
bullying.
I also,
even though I still feel there's some movies like you should just see.
I do too. It's a catch-22 for me, right? Is. Because I feel like we too soft. You know what I feel like too? And it's gonna go against everything. I feel like we know a lot of too much.
I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely agree with
that. When we start talking about bullying and shit, some of this shit prepares you for what's going on in the real world, to know like everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But we know so much in terms of like even like with therapy and yada yada yada, and there's another way
100%.
that you know.
I think like piggybacking off of that, especially for like okay, so
because we too sensitive right now.
We definitely too sensitive, but I can just speak for myself as like becoming a parent. I look at life completely different than I did 2 or 3 years ago, right? So like even with knowing how to parent your child on some, I ain't with that participation trophy. Like on for real, bro. Like my daughter's got to know what it means to fail.
Black, we're gonna get this documentary now, bro.
Oh, I'm so serious about that, bro. I don't rock with that. Like
I got a title for it, bro. Like it's a dope title, bro.
They can't win. You already done said it. You don't said it on here before. Early.
I don't need to say it no more.
No, don't say it no more. They got to go back in the archives and catch that. That was early. That like
I got a dope title for it today, bro. You trying to get this Emmy or nah, bro?
This like episode. You might
get an Emmy for that type shit, don't it?
Yeah. Well, it depends on if you put it on TV. Emmys are TV. Tony.
What we trying to get?
Oscar.
You trying to get this Oscar now?
Trying to go to Sundance with it. Sundance.
We trying to
get them levels.
We already trying to go to the Tribeca and all this other shit, bro.
Just let me be a producer on it, man.
You can.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah. You thought you won?
Oh man, I'm just trying to make sure. Sometimes you got to be vocal, bro. You got to speak up, bro.
Shit.
But it is a good idea. But I really
Black ain't trying to put the
feel
work
that.
in.
Oh, look at
What you want me to do? Like,
look, he
my
better
camera out.
pick up the mic. He picked up the mic on it. Like, hold up, now. Hold up.
That's what you keep telling nigga. All right. They make a move. Like,
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm just the one throwing the ideas out there, bro. Somebody got to put this shit on paper.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do.
It is a lot to do. Like, I'm trying to get the team together.
Yeah. But okay, so look, we ain't got that much time, so we got to get into the power update.
Hold on.
Yeah, if time moving, we having a good conversation, but time going by like that.
I ain't get to say what I want. Damn.
Time moving, bro. It's different now, you know. It's different. We got some other people coming up behind us, but what you think, man? This episode.
All right, so we on the time limit. That's cool. I think it was the best one out the last joints.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
You do?
I agree that it's the best one out of the
but
last.
But I don't necessarily think it's good.
What can you?
That makes sense.
What was the first episode when they came back? What was the first episode about? Dre. Forgot about Dre. So here's my thoughts. This episode that came on, this should have been the first episode.
You think so?
100%.
No, because they got the scenes with Paz. And
I know, but like, think about it. We don't care about Paz's story. Like, we just keep it funky. We ain't need to see her whole episode.
I dig it.
So in my opinion, if this would have been the first episode back, we would have been a little more like on some like, okay, we're invested. Because now they show us the Dre joint, and we really don't like seeing Dre die was like, that's cool and all. But it didn't do anything for the story, in my opinion. It was just like, all we know is Dre didn't kill Ghost.
I don't know. He barbecued chicken because everybody was waiting on that. That's what they were waiting on.
he definitely barbecued chicken.
Nah, they cooked his ass like.
So who do you think? We do know for sure that Ghost is dead at this point. And if he ain't dead, they really. If Ghost ain't dead, bro, I really feel like at this point
we call this last breath. What you mean? He out of here,
bro. Come on, bro.
He flatline.
Come on, bro. Like, there's still television. They can always flip it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they shouldn't flip it, but you know, I also think whoever killed him is super
part of
close.
the family.
It's part of the family. Just off of Tommy's reaction alone.
It's either Tasha with the scoring shit or it's got the Tariq.
Yeah. Tasha, Tariq, or Ramona. That was my 3 picks.
Who was Ramona? The girl?
The girl.
The girlfriend? Why would she kill him?
She in cahoots with Tate.
Think so?
Bro, we forgetting about Tate, bro. Tate flying up.
You
this
right.
next
No, I don't think it's Ramona at all, because Tammy wouldn't hesitate to kill her ass.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
He wouldn't hesitate. He wouldn't hesitate to kill Sax, Ramona, Tate, all these bitches get like everybody.
It's Tasha or
yeah.
That's a good point.
He hesitated. He pulled. He was like, "You mother." And,
Yeah, he did. He did hesitate. That's a good point, though. That's a good.
Tommy ain't no like.
And the fact that Ghost said, "Let it go." That's why I feel like Ramona could be involved too, because like it had to be somewhere where he's emotionally invested to the point where it's just like, no, bro, she ain't. He or she is not worth it. Like, let it ride. Because like I said, if it's Sax or Tate, I think Ghost would have been like, no, you better kill him before I die.
He would have pulled it off real.
Yeah. It's one of them three.
He would have pulled it off real. And on this note, they would have killed Tommy, and they still had the shit in their hand. Cause they don't need no witnesses or no shit like that. But if on the other side, if Tommy's right there, like they hesitating too.
It's true. It's a lot of unnecessary layers. That's the way I like to put it. It's unnecessary layers like a mud, bro. Like they dragging his own, and I appreciate it because
I don't.
No, I appreciate it because it'll give us something to talk about here, and I know that. Once I don't like this next installation of power is not going to be good. It's a money grab.
If I see
it's a money grab.
I like to know Ghost's background though.
If I see,
I mean, it's not going to be good as what we expect.
Yeah.
It's just going to be interesting.
So if there's going to be Ghost story, I don't think Tariq going to be in it, right? Because at first they were saying like he was supposed to be. Like the way, well, we didn't know for sure. That was all speculation.
They feeling the temperature. They going with what the temperature is. Like they thought the Tariq story, the spin-off would be a good idea.
Yeah.
The crowd was like, nah.
No, that ain't. We gonna have to revamp.
And now
you're right, because it was
the temperature going with.
It was just Power Book 2, and then all of a sudden we saw it where it said Ghost story. You're right though. Trying to tell Ghost background story, man. Ain't nobody gonna be emotionally invested.
Nah, and if I do, I'm gonna do it just how I caught the power, bro. I'm gonna be like 3-4 seasons behind. You see what I'm saying? Like I ain't,
No, they doing a lot. But like I said, this was the best episode out of the last 3 that they came out with.
They ain't saying much.
But I don't know where they're gonna go from this, cause like Tommy driving in the sunset, listening to
with the Warren G playing and shit like that. Shit.
Supposedly. Yeah. Supposedly he's going to LA.
Just hit the east side of the MPC. Like he riding, like pull that blue thing out again. Like he riding,
which Ghost gave him, which made him feel even worse.
Ghost gave him that.
Remember when his mom was like, and Ghost, by the way, Ghost left you something too, and she told him, "Don't open it up in front of me, get out." And then the next scene was him cutting to the car, and he was like, "Wow."
Oh, that was in the envelope. I ain't even put that together. Yeah, I ain't even think about it.
I guess he restored the car that he shot up. Right. Remember, he shot up the car.
Right.
Yeah. Tommy, everything started coming to Tommy at the end. He was like, man,
so is he a psychopath or sociopath?
Who? Tommy? No, Tommy kills for fun. What? He's all of those.
Is he a psychopath or sociopath?
He's all of them.
Social?
He's all of them. He don't have no, because he did have some empathy, bro. Like he could have killed Tasha.
So what we learned here today? Sociopath is a higher level than psychopath.
I'm still unclear. It's 1A and 1B apparently. We need somebody. If you're listening to this and you have the Urban Dictionary definition for both of these, let us know.
Yeah, I need the layman terms.
Yeah, we need the layman terms.
Some other shit in there.
Yeah, because from what we gathered, they're really very close to one another.
Besides the extreme.
Yeah.
It was extreme and
sociopath was extreme. Yeah. But empathy was definitely up on the psychopath.
I'm saying niggas killing niggas or not. Like, why can't you make it one word, bro?
Murderer.
Right.
That's what it is. And
God bless.
Tommy's definitely one of those.
God bless.
Yeah. So we'll know. We'll stay tuned.
But I do want to know this before we answer though. Mm-hmm. What's the best route to be teaching the kids, like trying to inform them? Because what I was saying is, kids think it's cool not to know shit.
Oh man, I think personally, we gotta.
That's the goofed out part to me. Like they goofy for that shit. Like
we gotta make education like fun again. Because at the end of the day, bro, I think you gotta tap into what motivates the kid. You gotta tap into that.
When you ever next time, if you in that situation, like, and a kid be like, they don't know, watch, they always got a smirk on their face, like
I don't know,
like, you know what I'm saying, some goofy shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
you gotta correct that behavior right there, like, oh, so why you don't know? But you gotta do it in a way where it's not it's not coming on some like demeaning to them or talking down. I'm like, why you feel you don't know? You ever thought about looking it up? Cool, let's look it up, and then kind of leave it at that. And because I think a lot of it is they say that, they make that statement, and then nobody corrects the action. So it's just like, oh yeah, I feel you, me either. You know what I'm saying? And then we never get to the deep root of the problem. But we got to make education cool again, bro. Like, and I'm not saying education like college or getting a master's, all that. We just have to make.
I was about to say, I know plenty of people with degrees dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about having the information and getting the information for yourself, like that part of education. Because I remember, and I know we got to go, but like I remember being in high school where they were laughing at people in vocational track, but all of them people came out of school with like grade A skills on whatever what they wanted to be. They came out of high school with it and started working immediately.
They need to bring that back though.
Yeah, and that was laughed upon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was college prep, and that was the standard. But vocational track, people looked at them like, what, bro? Like, what you gonna learn? Like, imagine right now if you in high school and you said, man, I don't want to go to college, but I love to cut hair. And you just get your license at 17, 18, and now you come out and you got a full license, and now you starting at 18 doing what you absolutely love to do, as opposed to saying, somebody tell you like, no, don't be no barber, go to school, go to college, fam. And like a kid, like, bro, I like to cut hair. Why I need to go to college for? You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that got to happen. We got to stop trying to act like all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're coming back at me. Nope. Looking bad.
Nah, it was just a nasty dunk.
Oh, yeah.
Jaylen Brown, Georgia's own, poking on the nigga one time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get
AD
your ass
back.
up. Oh, and that's LeBron.
No. Is AD back?
Oh, get your ass up.
So, hey, man, bro, where I was listening. I got two bro wheres, but I just do one. So I was just listening to the music, man, and like, man, she had some great albums. She had TV shows, everything, bro. Like, what happened to Brandy?
Hey, you know, I was in love with Brown. I was mad at Kobe Bryant for a minute. I was like, damn, he took her to
She
prom.
lay low after that murder.
Huh?
Forgot she
lay
did.
low after that murder.
She had a drunk driver. She hit somebody.
She wasn't drunk though.
No, it wasn't drunk. I mean, it was vehicular
homicide. Yeah,
Excuse me, not drunk
yeah.
driver,
She, I mean, what you saying?
No,
about
she
that?
ain't do no time of that. It was.
It was no time, but she still killed somebody.
I mean, that'll do something to you, bro.
Niggas
Like,
die every day, B. No, I'm just talking.
whoa.
I'm talking shit. What they got to do with her? Like, I'm saying, like, her,
Well, I'm saying
like,
he's saying he connecting the two. He ain't really heard from her since that.
Oh, okay. Oh, she probably ain't there.
Could be, bro. That I mean, I can't speak from experience, but that I'm sure that do something to.
Her
to
last
sane
dude I
people.
remember her talking to was Quentin Richardson.
She's not a psychopath. She's not a psychopath.
Yeah.
She cares.
She cares. She felt it. Yeah.
She still be making appearances and shit though.
I ain't heard no music, bro. I'm a Brandy fan. I want the music.
Oh, you is.
100%. Aphrodisiac is one of the best R&B albums ever. Like, go back and listen to it. Aphrodisiac. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go into my joint.
Okay.
But have you seen the joint on Netflix, the Hip Hop Evolution joint?
They just dropped the last episode.
Last season.
I thought they already had season 4 up.
Nah. That shit hard though, like
What they started with?
I don't know. I don't never watch in the order. Oh, okay. My but you should catch it.
Gotcha.
My word of the week is Auteur. Auteur, meaning an artist such as a musician or a writer whose style and practice are distinctive, a film director whose practice accords with the auteur theory, broadly director.
You said
Slash.
Auteur?
Yeah,
For sure.
EUR.
So Chiane ain't here to do her shout out of the week, and she also is not here to do that end. So we'll see y'all.